Hi, I'm DivinaCeleste. You might recognize me as a former Penthouse pet. I was almost the pet of the year, but my dreams were crushed when someone revealed I was once won the Miss America contest. I was just young and not thinking ahead about my career. Now I'm auditioning for the job as announcer here on Comedy Tonight. I believe I have the raw talent necessary to do this job. The personality, the experience, and the wardrobe. And just listen to these pipes. It's Comedy Tonight, TV's hottest comedy club. Tonight's guests include LouDinos, Ellis, Levinson, Chance Langton, and Lauren Dombrowski. I'm DivinaCeleste, and if that weren't enough, here's your heavenly host, Bill Boggs.
Thank you. It's a rowdy night. Divina, thank you very much. I'm sorry about that uncomfortable close-up, but we're actually auditioning a new cameraman as well. Our first comedian tonight comes to us from American City. He doesn't want us to mention, and he has a new comedy album he doesn't want us to tell you about. And I hope I'm not giving away too much when I tell you he is Chance Langton. Chance.
Thank you so much. Nice to be here in New York. I have been traveling all around the country, and I love it. I love absorbing America's culture. It's so interesting. People in different regions have their own favorite sayings. You go down south, hey, y'all, come back. Out west, hey, man, it was like awesome. I'm from New England. My favorite saying is, shut up. I went for this job interview once. This arrogant guy asked me if I had a history of schizophrenia. I said yes and no. He said, what kind of an answer is that, pal? I said, shut up. Yes, I was in a bad mood. So I went to a place called Friendly's. This girl asked me if I wanted my ice cream on a cone or in a cup. I said, put it on a hot dog roll. She panicked. I can't, it's against the rules. Shut up. I've been in a bad mood since the 3rd grade. That's when the school bully broke my leg in 2 places. First in the hallway, then in the gym. Hey, she was a tough girl. I ran into her a year later. She threatened to break my legs again. This time I said, oh yeah? And I broke them myself. So I knew then it was time for a change, so I became an athlete. I played baseball. I got real good. I got a scholarship to the University of New Hampshire, UNH, or as we called it. We had a great team, went for the national championship. I was a pitcher. Here we were against Arizona. They brought me in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Struck out the first 2 guys. Arizona's big hitter came up. I said, I'm going to psych this guy out. I looked at him, wound up, and I pitched. And I hit him in the head. Kid started crying. I started laughing. Because that's the way I am. Beautiful thing to be an athlete. You play a game, you forget about all your problems. But now I'm older, not much of an athlete now, so I invent my own games to relieve tensions. Like last week, I took this beautiful lady out to a restaurant. Bill came to $100. I didn't have any money. So I asked her if I could borrow $5, and she gave it to me. I went outside and took a cab home. Because that's the way I am. Now, sometimes I'll drive my Chevy around, I'll stop, I'll ask someone for directions. Just as he's about to give them to me, I drive off. And I have a dream that you pick up on the things that I do and you use them in your lives. Let's say you're always coming in late for work. The boss confronts you. How come you're never on time? Because that's the way I am. I could fire you. Shut up. That's my dream.
You know, the only surefire way for a comedian to get on this program is for him to make us think we couldn't possibly get him in a million years. That's what Ellis Levinson did, and here he is. Ellis Levinson.
Thank you. Thanks. I want to talk about some consumer foibles. I'm very consumer-oriented. There's a thing going on now I don't understand. People are putting signs in the backs of their cars that say baby on board. Have you seen these things? What is the theory behind this? I mean, what are people supposed to do? A friend of mine tells me he did it because he doesn't want anybody crashing into him from behind. I guess the theory here is that we choose the cars we crash into. It's like, I'm going to hit this guy. Oh, no, there's a baby on board. I'll get this guy. I don't understand it. Maybe it's to let, like, kidnappers know where to look in parking lots for the right cars. Maybe it's to let car thieves know. It's, hey, not that one. It's got pee stains in the back seat. You know, if you really want people to not tailgate you, the kind of sign you need is this. Bomb on board. Yeah. And I wanted to talk about something that I don't think it's doing any good. I hate to say this. I have a neighbor. I'm never going to babysit for this guy again, and the reason I'm not going to do it is I had the spookiest experience of my life. I was babysitting for his kid. I poured him a glass of milk. I looked on the milk carton. His picture was on it. You know, it's like... And everybody's endorsing products now. Like, every celebrity is getting the big bucks. I say they should lay out the biggest bucks of all. Get the biggest stars in the universe to do endorsements. Hello, this is Pope John Paul II. And when I return from a world trip, in order to relax and unwind, I get into my Nissan 300 ZX. It's awesome! Yes, you might even see Dr. Henry Kissinger doing endorsements as a rap singer. Can I have a little, like, rap beat here from the audience that'll help me along here? Okay, here we go. I'm Henry the K. I'm here to say I'm rapping at you in a natural way. To the toilet, I couldn't go. That's why my face looked ready to blow. If your intestines can't get moving, I give you a way to get them grooving. Don't give my advice your refusal. Give your body to Metamucil. This is Dr. Billy Graham. I travel to the Far East, converting heathens. I travel to the Middle East, converting Hebrews. I come home. I'm tired. I'm thirsty. It's Miller time. Another thing I discovered, cigarette companies are owning up in a secret way to the fact that cigarettes are bad for you. They've done it in the new names of cigarettes, and they've combined them with the old names. There's a warning message in there, and it works like this. See, some researchers at Cambridge did some research, and they came upon a lucky strike. Well, they reported this to Parliament, and Parliament agreed that this had a lot of merit. They figure that you don't have to be too bright to know that if you smoke more now, you're not going to live to see the next century. And it doesn't matter if you're tall, Eve, because the same thing that made Virginia slim put the hump on the camel's back. So if you don't want to end up in a box with a satin lining and sterling handles, that is, if you would like to triumph over your, get a load of this one, over your vice, Roy, you should know that it's true from the vantage point of professional players that if you want to be cool, you have to take strides towards giving up cigarettes. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ellis, thank you very much. Now you're auditioning. You want to try out those golden pipes on a little bit of an intro?
Oh, sure. Now, here's a comedian who told me he couldn't possibly go out with me in a million years. So I just had to find somebody else. LouDinos!
Lou. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is LouDinos, and I want to tell you that I went to a very ethnic high school. Typical attendance at my high school would be Remo Zuccatti, Nino Lazzari, Gino Palumbo. Those names they could pronounce. It was the simple ones they couldn't pronounce. Raun Barun, Run Ron Brown. In high school, I used to dot my A's. I liked high school. I liked it so much I went to summer school every year. 3 times for geography and twice for typing. You know those tests in typing to see how many words you can type a minute? At the end of the test, I owed 9 words. Why can't they put the letters in order? You spend the first 15 years of your life thinking you know the alphabet, then in a typewriter they throw them all over the place. I used to make up my own words. Teacher would say, "What's this word?" I said, "Hey, you're teaching me." I hated the comments on my report card. It always said the same thing: could do better. I'm no fool. I figure, what the hell, as long as they know. Grammar school, I didn't think the teachers were that smart. Think about this, okay? You're 9 years old, you have to go to the bathroom. What do you do when you're that age and have to go to the bathroom? You put up your hand, and what did the teacher always say? Well, why didn't you go before? What kind of logic is this? Now I'm an adult, I drive into a gas station. Excuse me, you want to fix the right fender? I'm going to be in an accident in an hour. Or there's a word you can't spell, no matter how hard you try, you just can't spell this word. So you put up your hand, and what did the teacher always say? Well, why don't you look it up in the dictionary? 3 days I spent looking up pneumonia. Whoever thought they put a P? Teacher said there's a P in pneumonia. I said, "Hey, you've been typing?" There's a lot of words I really like, though. Deja vu is one of my all-time favorite words, a feeling that you've been somewhere before. We've all felt that, right? You know how they say that in Paris, France? Hey, feels like I've been here before. Consummate, that's another one. Romeo and Juliet consummated the marriage. Doesn't it sound like a soup? Getting married by Campbell's consummated soup. Tastes like you just made it. Your mind's my joke. You ever have one of those days where you wake up in the morning and for the whole day, for no apparent reason, you feel like you ate a laxative? I had one of those days I looked up the word dictionary in the dictionary. It said, "You're holding it." Moron. See, moron. So I looked up the word moron. Said, "You again." Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll be right back, so don't touch those dials.
What is Batman's first name? Batman!
I'm doing so bad that I called the suicide hotline and they put me on hold.
Okay? This is what happened. Puppy dog goes across the road. A train comes along. Zoom! Cuts off part of his tail. Puppy dog says, "My God, my tail's on the other side of the road." He starts over on the other side of the road again. Train comes, boom, knocks his head off. That just goes to show you. Never lose your head over a little piece of tail.
Yeah, hi, my name is Joe. I work for Metro North, an engineer. And I just figured out why Christ was Irish and not Jewish. 1, he lived at home until he was 30. 2, he had no visible means of support. 3, he hung out with 12 guys who drank. And 4, his mother thought he was God.
All right, now here are some of my favorite jokes from Boston's own Lauren Dombrowski.
Yeah! you know, I watch a lot of TV, and I have one pet peeve with TV right now, and that is bloopers. I think there are far too many bloopers on TV, don't you? Yeah. One thing you notice, though, you will never see a cartoon blooper. Well, you know why that is? It's because those cartoon guys, they are pros. I mean, you never see Fred Flintstone walking onto the side. Wilma, I'm home. Hey, Pebbles did the cutest thing down the park today. She... I forgot my freaking line. Betty Rubble's in the background. You don't see stuff like that. How many people agree with me? Best show ever on television, Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah. Wasn't that a great show? You know what was great about that show? Every character had their own little theme song. You ever notice that? Every time Ellie Mae walked on the set, it was down, 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 down. Every time Michael Jed walked on, it was ba-dum, bum, bum. Ba-dum-bum-bum. And that Uncle Jed, could he dress, huh? He wore the t-shirt with the sports jacket over it. People think Don Johnson created that Miami Vice. Jed Clampett, man. I come from kind of a crazy family. I have an aunt who has a severe problem with her sentence structure. Everything she says comes out backwards. You know people who talk like this? Another beer she's having? Too much you've had already. I feel like saying, shut up, could you please? How do you sound like? I got a cousin who's trying to help me out. She knows I want to do comedy, always trying to give me jokes that I can use in my act. This has not been helping me at all. Unfortunately, she is one of those people who simply cannot tell a joke. I think everybody knows somebody like that. It's going to be the most frustrating experience in the world, right? Okay, let me see if I get this straight. Okay, now let's see. There was a nun and a rabbi, and they're in the desert, right? And the nun starts panicking because the camel died. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you something. Wait, that quiet, okay? There was the camel, but the camel dies. Okay, so anyway, we're back in. Okay, anyway, the rabbi says, oh, no, wait, did I say rabbi? I meant big black guy. Oh, yeah, there was a big black guy. It doesn't matter. Okay, the next thing that happens is the rabbi says, okay, now wait. I forget the punchline, but it's got something to do with a sheep and a funnel. Get it? Regular, right? I've been reading some women's magazines lately. I have come to the conclusion that they treat us like idiots, okay? This is an article from Glamour magazine. This article is called Sexual Surprises. This is supposed to help you determine whether a guy is going to be good in bed or not, okay? This is an actual excerpt from this article. It says, in looking for signs of a good lover, a woman might ask herself, is he rhythmic? Does he dance well? Can he perform small motor tasks? Now, what does this mean? The next time a guy comes up to me in a bar and says, hey, baby, can I buy you a drink? I'm going to say, that depends. Can you do the bossa nova and thread this needle for me? Well, you are a nice crowd. I'd like to share something with you folks. I have a goal with all this stuff. I hope to get really good. In fact, I'd like to get so good that they ask me to go on Star Search. Yeah, not as a comedian, though. I want to be one of those TV spokesmodels. Those women are a little vacant, aren't they? Oh, well, hello, Ed. I'm only a model now, but I hope someday to become an actress. I think I'm just about ready, don't you? Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot.
Thanks to Lauren Dombrowski, LouDinos, Chance Langton, Ellis, Levinson, and of course, Penthouse Pet, who's auditioning for a job as announcer, DivinaCeleste.
How did I do?
Well, there were actually, you're pretty close. There are actually two things. I'll tell you about the second one in a moment, but I would like to see how, if you get the job, people are going to interview you, you know. Yeah. So how you would do in an interview situation. So we've got some questions to fire here.
Davina, do claustrophobics go to the bathroom with the door open?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's it, right?
I just wanted to know.
Is that the correct answer?
I think, well, if you're claustrophobic, you have the right to say that.
Well, at times they close the door, but that's when they're in there with someone else.
I'm just curious.
Yes, okay.
I met a beautiful woman like Divina once, and I impressed her. Told her I was a med student, and it worked, and I scored. Then at the end of the night, I told her med means mediocre.
All right. You seem to be doing okay, but you're very close. I just want to find out if there is something else that you might be able to do that would maybe where you would make us want to have you around every night, you know? Something that you could do for us?
I think... I think there's something I can do for you.
Oh, really?
I think there's something I can do for all you guys. Hey, hey.
What is it?
Stand up.
Stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Well, first off, thank you. Hey, she can stand. We can walk, too. We could also read those magazines we appear in. The reason why I got the job with Penthouse is basically because cooking is not my forte. Well, that's only partly right. I can cook everywhere but in the kitchen. My cooking is so awful, birds and squirrels bring food to my back door. My husband and daughter are constantly feeding the dog under the table. You wouldn't believe how many dogs we go through in a week. I tell you, it's awful. It's really awful. I had a team of anthropologists in full gear come over to my house the other day. They wanted to go through my refrigerator. I don't know, it had something to do about a find in my refrigerator.